All right, moving on to the big fish, which comes up every single time we get round to trade.
Just never goes away.
Never goes away. But is this the year Jesse Hogan finally heads back to Perth, leaves Melbourne, even though it's been touted that this could happen numerous times, but this does seem to be the first time that Melbourne are open to the idea, mainly because they've conceded they can't get in Stephen May if Hogan doesn't leave, which they feel that's a hole they need to fill. Brownie, in your opinion, are they going to regret if they trade Hogan? He's 23 years old and he kicked 47 goals this year from just 20 games. He's a genuine potential to kick like a 60 to 70 goal a year forward. Are they going to regret trading him if they do this?
They will, because he's a rare talent, and like in the NBA, you can trade for all these sort of picks, but when you got a superstar, sometimes
don't want to let him go.
You can't sort of let them go because they can win a game off their own boot. So
what if you've got another superstar who may want to come to the club in Stephen May? If you rate him as a superstar, that is.
Do you really classify, though, Stephen May on the same level as Hogan?
No, but I see Melbourne were the highest scoring team this year.
Yeah, filling a need. This
had their
is the question.
Deficiencies. Yeah. So I think you take a little step back
but
to fill a hole.
Step back in another area.
Yeah.
Because it is a question of, he would be perfect in terms of, I think it allows Lever to play that intercept role that he played at Adelaide when Talia was more that key defender and allowed Lever to float across. I think it would work really well. I just think losing Hogan to just get May in is... You'd want it to work.
It's a lot.
And it's a lot of pressure on Wiedemann and McDonald because...
And considering they're losing their strong VFL, that like second layer, like the Dean Kent, Vandenberg,
Dom Tyson as well.
Well, Dom Tyson, he was a top 5 pick.
Yeah, well, he was the one
they
traded to get Kelly himself. Which they'll
still
like
being
that
haunted,
one back. But no, it is... I think it's a risky move, but at the same time, they know that they're approaching a window and they're going for it. And you can't blame them until afterwards. And if they get it wrong and we say, well, maybe they should have held on to Hogan. But yeah, it'll probably be... The likely option is probably... If Neil goes, which we'll get to later, if Neil goes to Brisbane, they'll get pick 5 back. And then, now this is the question mark.
Jaden Hunt too is another one who could go.
So the Freo would be saying, would most likely be saying to Melbourne, we'll give you pick 5. Melbourne's already pretty much come out and said, we want 2. So they're going to be wanting 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Would you give up, for starters, would you give up 1, so that pick 5 for him? And would you at all entertain the idea of giving up 5 and 6?
It's an interesting question to pose. I mean...
Because they haven't had a key forward since Pavlich. Kirsten failed, McCarthy failed.
Yeah, Freo cannot miss this opportunity.
I don't know how long the rumour's been going around of Jesse Hogan leaving. It's been a while.
Forever. Since he came into the league.
Yeah. And this might be the time for Fremantle to bite the bullet. And I only say that because they've been out of finals contention for a very long time now. And if they're ever going to find a way to get back in and to fix their structures and their culture, especially if Lachie Neale goes, I think... You might have to take that risk, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But they've got to try something and play a bit of hardball.
And considering Rory Lobb, who was linked to Freo for a while, is now heading more likely to head to West Coast to fill that ruckman void.
Is that the like? Because what I'd say was still
it's
very
either way.
Open. Yeah.
But if they miss, if Lobb goes to West Coast and Freo don't, or they mess around with this Hogan deal. Like, that's 2 huge opportunities missed.
It's the big dilemma with Lobb is that he wants to play more forward. So, but it could work at Fremantle where you got Hogan as your key forward. Sandilands is going again. Yeah. So you let Lobb pinch hit with Sandilands and then play more forward. But then you have to sort out when Sandilands retires in a year.
Could he work at Melbourne, Lobb? If Hogan goes, could you see him moving there?
Western Australian guy.
I think the key is he wants to go back home. Yep. I mean, it would, but you could say, I just think he
in an ideal world,
the go-home factor. And that deal, there's also likely to involve May as well. If the switch over, there's going to be May. And even Port Adelaide, maybe if they're trying to get higher up in the standings of the draft to get one of those Adelaide players they're keen on.